Kirby, we've talked many times about your past and how you got started on your financial journey. And I think we've hit a lot of points of, I want to say all, but a lot of the points on, step by step how you built into becoming where you are now. My question to you is, if you could go back and talk to the younger Kirby at 27 years old and show him what you have today, would he be proud of where you are?
That's a great question. Um, I don't even want to go back to 27-year-old Kirby. I want to go back to 18, 19-year-old Kirby. Uh, I want to go back to before that. Uh, but I'll be honest, when I started this journey, did I ever think that I'll be where I'm at now? No. I believe Robert Kiyosaki said, or no, I think it was Dan Pena said, you can never exceed your wildest dreams. I didn't dream when I was 27, I didn't dream this big. When I was 27, I just wanted to say I didn't have any debt and I had enough money to be able to do a few things. I still thought at 27, I'll still be working, you know, but I wouldn't have to sit here and sweat over bills. So 27-year-old, when I first started off, this has exceeded my wildest dream. I never even had the concept of cash flow. I just I was so far underwater that I couldn't even see the light. I'm down there in the depths of the ocean. I'm down there with the crabs, you know what I mean? I'm down there deep. I can't see nothing. So my hallmark was just, hey, I'm not drowning in debt. I don't have debt. And then I have me and my wife have good paying jobs, and then we can sit there and pay bills. That's what I thought my life would be, even going on this journey. But now it's superseded everything that I've ever thought. Um, but the message that I would have told my 27-year-old self is you need to dream bigger. You need to pay attention more. Like you needed to you need to understand that you can never exceed your wildest dreams. I didn't know that. I just wanted to be that one leg better than the family members and the friends that was around. That's it. I thought, oh, once I got to that level, then I'm good. Long as I don't have to sit here and talk about car payments, then oh, I'm good. So I should have dreamed way bigger. And then of course along my journey, my dreams started getting bigger and then I still haven't exceeded those dreams. And then that's what I do as I get older. I keep dreaming bigger. But even though I went hard, I still believe at 27 I could have went harder. I believe I could attain more knowledge. I mean, again, I'll never talk bad about Dave Ramsey because Dave Ramsey helped me out. I wish I would have implemented a lot of other financial philosophies earlier in the process than I actually did. And I think I would have been in a way better place. I mean, if you remember, when I started buying real estate, I still could have got it at a 50% haircut from where I bought it in 2016. If I would have just knew more a couple years earlier, I could have got it at 50% less than I already bought it. So me implementing and understanding and actually going out there, not being afraid of, what people before me did and how they failed in different ventures, real estate, stock market and stuff like that. And I said, I can conquer this and I could be, more uh, proficient at it. And I didn't understand my capacity. I didn't understand that, hey, if you eliminate a lot of the BS in your life, you have more capacity to uh, pull in more information that's beneficial to you. So those are the things that I would tell my younger self is you could do a whole lot more than you thought you could do then. And if I would have did it then, I would have been in a better position that I'm already in now.
I like it. Yeah, I mean the thought of this question came from sometimes I'll think to myself like think of when I first started, and you're absolutely right. Like, I think the path of learning and growing, there's so much to learn. And you, like, when you're starting off, there's so many things you just simply don't know. Like, your brain hasn't accessed this compartment of life yet. And so when you get to that point, it like opens up a whole new road. And then you start to just expand from there. And so kind of just want to like encourage people too, like the audience listening, that there is so much to learn. And no matter where you think you are in life, you could be in a completely different position, down the road. I mean, and we see living examples of this, people that are wealthy, where did they start in life? If they weren't a trust fund baby, if, their family didn't have wealth and they had to start from scratch, we do see examples of that to where people like that have started from nothing and become multimillionaires, if not billionaires. You know, look at their life too. It's probably the same thing, the same thoughts. They probably never thought that they would get to a point in their life where they would, basically be able to do completely whatever the hell they wanted to. I mean, so thinking back in my life, um, I think I just wanted to get to a point where like I could just be, free to do what I wanted, but I never thought I would get to a point where I could just like well, not saying I've achieved that yet, but I can now see that what steps I need to keep taking and growing in order to get to the point where, financial freedom is a whole different thing. It's not just being able to pay your bills, like you said, and having a cushion. It's being able to have, the cash flow or whatever to provide yourself the life that you desire for you and your family that you've created. So I think there's so much that one can excel to rather than just the basics that society tells you that everyone should, have. There's more beyond that, don't settle for mediocrity, you know, go for something higher than that. Especially because you only do have one life on this earth, and that's why I'm so against, not to go on a rabbit trail, but so against people always trying to put a limit or a cap on people on terms of wealth or finances. You know, the more the because the reality is the more income you have, the more wealth that you have, the more you can do in life, the more you can experience, the more you can achieve. So why would you put a cap on someone that only has a finite amount of time? Everyone has a finite amount of time. Allow any individual to just achieve as much as they want. I don't think anyone should be put inside of a cage in any aspect.
Yeah, and that's true. And that's why when I talk on the Discord, everybody thinks that I'm giving them information based off of my viewpoint now. I'm giving the information based off what I would tell my younger self. When I talk to my son's 22. What year is this? Yeah, my son's 22. And I tell him the same information that I would tell myself when I was 22. I'm not telling him he can do everything that I'm doing right now. I'm telling him step by step at 22, this is what I would do. I never thought in my wildest dreams, Alex, I thought I'd be just like my mom. I would Work was mandatory until I reached retirement age. I never thought that I would reach a level where work was optional. Because when I first started, I never had a plan to where work was optional. I always had a plan of, hey, have a lot of money sitting to the side. So when you retire, maybe you have a pension, a 401k, and Social Security, and then that will take care of you. And you'll have a little, buffer just to sustain you that Social Security, maybe a pension, and 401k couldn't cover. But being able to say at what, how old am I now? 42? At 42, I know, don't let the grade fool you. I'm not 62, I'm just 42. But I never thought at 42 work would be optional. Like I go just to socialize. I mean, I've been in the I've been in the world. I mean, work's been optional for me for a long time. I've been in the world where I didn't do nothing. But what I realized was I did nothing, but everybody I hung around, they still was at work. So I would find myself, probably sitting at a bar with some old guys talking it up. Uh, or I'll just sit there playing poker, talking it up or whatever. And I was losing the socializing aspect of my life. It was just me and my son. We just hung out all the time. And I mean, it was great hanging out with my son all the time. But then he ended up going to school. Now it's really like, oh, I'm just here by myself. My wife was still working, still finishing her military obligation. And the job itself actually gave me people to talk to see where the mindsets, and then it actually gave me the ability to invest better because now I see where most people are thinking, so where I can go, where I can pivot. So that aspect of it, but just having it optional is a great feeling. I never thought I'd be there. Uh, but it's a lot that I would tell myself, and it's you could do better. And I believe I went hard. I mean, the stuff that I tell people I did when I was 27 years old, when I was broke to get out of debt, I still think I could have went way harder to get out of there faster. I think I could have went way harder on investing, and even though I was investing 80% of the money that was bringing in, I think I could have went harder. I think I could have did better. I think I could have understood the stock market better and been in better positions than I was to get to where I'm at today. But but those are things that I try to tell people uh now of what they can do before they get to my age, but they still choose to not do anything. And it's amazing to me.
That being said, guys, if you have any questions or comments, let us know. Don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe, and we will see you guys on the next one.